Hey guys, welcome back. I'm finally doing my my thoughts on Nintendo's E3 presentation for E3 2018. I've just been working so much, I just haven't had the free time to make all the videos that I'd like to make. Plus, I haven't had access to my computer for a few days, so I'm finally getting it done. So Nintendo, they had an okay E3 this year. It wasn't terrible by any stretch of the word. It wasn't like 2008 bad. It just makes me shudder just thinking about that year. But it was also not the best E3 they've ever had. They did have a few good stuff to show, but it left a lot to be desired. For me, the biggest disappointment was that there wasn't anything from Metroid Prime 4. I realized the game wasn't going to be released this year anyway, and I know that they're still working on it, and it's still a few years out, but it would have been nice to get just something, some sort of screenshot even, just to whet our appetites for a little bit. That would have, I feel like just having a little bit for us fans to just sort of mull over means a lot, and it's just disappointing that we didn't really get much at all from it. Nothing to really talk about regarding that game, which is a major disappointment for me. The other thing is, we know Retro Studio is likely working on a new game, but we heard absolutely nothing from them. Not a word. Were they working on some sort of cool Star Fox racing game? Some sort of like something totally new, a sequel to Donkey Kong Country, possibly. We just don't know. So that's the other disappointment, that we did not hear anything from what Retro Studios is working on. There weren't really a whole lot of other big new games. We obviously heard a little bit about like the new Pokemon games, which, you know, I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan, but they look like they might be fun. They're not like the mainline Pokemon games. They're sort of like Pokemon Go mixed with like more traditional Pokemon elements, which looks like it could be cool. That said, it wasn't all, you know, doom and gloom. Nintendo did have some neat stuff to show. The first thing I want to talk about is the new Super Mario Party game. Now, I haven't really been interested in a Mario Party game in years. Like, I had a lot of fun with Mario Party 4 on the GameCube, and I thought a lot of the GameCube Mario Party games were pretty good. But they just kind of, like, started getting to the point where it seems like, at least from what I've looked at, they just started throwing mini-games at you willy-nilly without any rhyme or reason. It seems like the new Super Mario Party is sort of a reboot of sorts, back to basics, more strategic, more skill-based game. Bringing the board game element back, it looks like it might actually be pretty fun, and I might consider checking it out. We had confirmation on the new Donkey Kong DLC for Mario and Rabbid's Kingdom Battle, which, by the way, is a game I still need to buy and play. It looks great, and I've heard great things about it, but it was cool to see a little bit of the DLC stuff. And we heard a little bit about the new Fire Emblem game for the Nintendo Switch as well. Which, you know, I like the Fire Emblem games. I'm not like an enormous fan of the series, but it looks pretty good. I saw the trailer. It looks like it could look a little bit better in some areas, but it still looks pretty nice. And the gameplay definitely looks like a Fire Emblem game, but like made to be on a home console. And I hope to see a lot more of it than we got to see at the C3. Really, there was a lot of, like I said, there were some good things to come out of Nintendo's E3, but at the end of the day, like, there just wasn't a whole lot to mull us over. It wasn't like, I know E3 2016, they literally only had one game, which was Zelda Breath of the Wild, but that was just like such a game changer for not just Zelda, but for Nintendo, like unlike anything they had ever made before, so it could carry the show. Now, that said, Nintendo did have one really great game to show this year at E3, but before I get into that, I just need to make one more critique of their show and respond to something that Reggie Fils-Aimé said. So it's apparent that after E3 2018, Nintendo stocks went down because there wasn't really a whole lot announced, a whole lot to really excite people, and Reggie said that they have a lot more up their sleeve, and I don't doubt Reggie one bit. I'm sure he's right. But like when people were investing in the stock market, they like immediate results. That's why you can literally see stocks rise or fall in the course of like an hour or two, in some cases even less. So just for the sake of like keeping investors interested in. Of course, for us gamers, we obviously know better. You kind of need to have more stuff to show. Now, that's enough complaining. Time for me to get into what I'm really loved about Nintendo's show. Of course, this game is not just my most anticipated Nintendo game for this year, but of course my most anticipated game period for this year. And I'm not knocking any of the other games on other platforms or other developers. It's just that obviously I'm a Nintendo fan, so I just have a natural partiality to their games. And of course the game I'm talking about is none other than Super Smash Bros. Freaking Ultimate. Oh my goodness, does this game look fantastic. If you saw my reaction where I kind of went a little over the top, I admit, you know how excited I am for this game. I think the game looks fantastic. It looks like a definite refinement of everything that we've seen before in Smash Bros. Games. And it looks like it's going to have something for everyone. Like, it's a lot more fast-paced, like, faster than Smash 4 even, and a little closer to that of Melee. Yet it still has a lot of the elements that people like myself who love Smash 4 will really appreciate as well, it seems. Of course, I've got tons of characters. Like, I was disappointed that, they took out the Ice Climbers in Smash 4 and Snake in Smash 4. I was also, like, disappointed that they took out Mewtwo and Brawl. But, like, now they have every character that's ever been in a Smash game back. And it looks like they're not just clones of each other this time around. They literally... It looks like Masahiro Sakurai really made each character unique and different to differentiate them. And just a few of them, like, I love Ganondorf's new design. He's back to his Ocarina of Time style, baby. And he actually looks like Ganondorf. Looks like he plays like Ganondorf this time around, not just a Captain Falcon clone. Like, he actually has his Warlock sword, which is awesome. Some of the new designs I'm a little questionable about, specifically Zelda's. Like, I don't mind that she has a new design, but I would prefer she had a more... had to use her Breath of the Wild outfit rather than her Link Between Worlds outfit, just because I think Breath of the Wild Zelda is a more interesting version of the character. But it's really a nitpicky thing. I also kind of wish they had changed Samus Aran's outfit a little bit as well. I would have liked to see a more Metroid Prime-esque outfit and not less other ME outfit, if you know what I mean. But all in all, the game looks amazing. And of course, freaking Ridley is now a playable character. I mean, need I say more? And, like, Ridley just looks awesome. He looks like you can just, like, play... I could just play this character, like, non-stop. Like, play with no other character for months on this game, just with Ridley. He almost looks a little too powerful at times. But, like, they made him work. Like, the gameplay videos I've seen, it just... Oh my goodness, does this... He looks amazing. Like, I can't wait to play this game just for Ridley alone. Of course, there's a ton of other things I could talk about. Like, the Inklings look amazing. Snake's back. The Ice Climbers are back. I was a little disappointed that Waluigi was made to be an assist trophy again. I'm not, like, majorly, like, I'm not crying about it, but, like, it would have been nice to finally have him be a playable character, because we have Wario. And I was hoping we were going to get, like, one third-party character reveal, like Crash Bandicoot maybe, even Banjo-Kazooie, or something like that. So, yeah, obviously there are a few things that I'm still unsure of about the game, but that doesn't change my excitement for it in a bit. Graphically, the game, I think, looks absolutely great. It doesn't, to my mind, look that much better than Smash 4 did. It looks like they up-res the textures a lot in the character designs, but it looks really pretty, just really nice. And I can't wait for the music. The main theme that I heard in the trailer, obviously it's going to be one of like hundreds, maybe thousands of songs. It doesn't have the strike the chord the way like Smash Bros. Theme music has in the past. So I don't know how I feel about the new main theme, but again, that's just a nitpicky thing. Gameplay-wise, the game looks really good, and I've actually heard from those that have played it, that I've listened to their podcasts and watched their YouTube videos. Like, I recommend looking at Game Over Jesse's channel, specifically in the Commonwealth realm. They both did great videos on the subject. I'll link their channels in my description below. But, like, gameplay, like, it looks like they really refined it, like, changed it. Like, it's not just a port of the Wii U game. It's a brand new game. Like, I'm so happy, like, 8-player mode is back, and of course the GameCube controller is usable, so yeah. I can't wait for this game. I I do wonder if there's going to be some sort of single-player adventure mode, because again, that's one of the things in Smash 4, as much as I love that game, that there are a few things about it that disappointed me, such as the fact that there was no adventure mode, and I actually really enjoyed the adventure mode in Brawl. I know it was, very, gosh, what's the term? Why am I not speaking today? It was very cut and dry, it was very, very basic, but it was still fun, and it was a fun way to sort of unlock all the characters, and a nice supplement to the multiplayer, and of course, you got to watch a bunch of awesome cutscenes. So I would love to see them do something like that. Maybe it doesn't have to be as long as Subspace Emissary, which was 8 hours, or maybe they can expand on it, maybe even add an actual story with voice acting and stuff. But it would be nice to have something. That said, it's by no means a game breaker if it's not in there, because we play Smash Brothers for the multiplayer, and I already know I'm going to get this game on day one. I can't wait for this game. It looks amazing. The other thing I want to talk about from E3, the very last thing, is of course Star Fox inclusion in Starlink. Now, I haven't played Starlink, and of course I haven't played it because it's not out yet, silly me, but it looks like it's a multi-platform game, and it's of course coming to Nintendo, and the fact that Star Fox is actually going to be playable in what will hopefully be a good, on-rail shooter game finally, is really an exciting prospect, and just shows me that there is still stuff to look forward to. So yeah, that's sort of my take on Nintendo's E3 2018. I don't really have too much to say. It was very Smash-centric, which is fine. I feel like I said previously, it looks like a fantastic game, but it's not quite as genre-changing or groundbreaking as something like Breath of the Wild was 2 years ago, nor is it like last year where we had Super Mario freaking Odyssey, the announcement of Metroid Prime 4, the Breath of the Wild DLC, Metroid Samus Returns, and a whole bunch of other great stuff. Oh, and Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This E3 just fell a little bit flat in a lot of respects. So, the one game that I'm really looking forward to. The rest of it, I'm sort of on the fence about, apart from a few cool announcements. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Nintendo's E3 2018. It was sort of a roller coaster. E3 as a whole was a roller coaster, and I know I haven't really talked about any of the other developers and companies, but just because I tend to focus on Nintendo, and of course I'm not knocking any of them. It's just I tend to be a more Nintendo-centric channel. So that's why you hear me talk about Nintendo a lot. Yeah. So that's really all I have to say about Nintendo's E3 2018. As I said before, I would like to make one final announcement for those of you watching. I do have a second Let's Play channel where I've uploaded a few episodes of my Let's Play of The Wind Waker in high definition. So I will put a link in the description for that as well, and I hope you check it out. Please follow me on Facebook as well as Twitter, and feel free to like, comment, and please subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. I know this was a bit of a rambly video, but I just wanted to be sort of off the cuff with y'all this time. And my next video review actually is going to be for none other than the action game Bayonetta. So I hope you look forward to that. Until next time, take care.